We are live. Hello and welcome to Mary, What Do You See? We are here to help solve mysteries and find helpful ones. We're here, our show. We have a great show planned for you as always. And I want to wish everyone out there happy Mother's Day. I am not a mother, but I'm going to try like a mother to keep this show entertaining and enlightening for you. Before we begin, let's get one thing clear. This is for entertainment only. No one here is claiming to have any knowledge more than the general public, and no one should take anything we say here too seriously. Not seriously enough for you to hurt or sue anyone. Mary is a medium, so the things she says are coming directly from spirit, so if you don't like anything we say, take it up with spirit. But now that I've covered my ass, as always, we are listening to you. We are going to be further continuing down the rabbit hole that someone sent us on last week with Chester Bennington.
Oh, boy.
And we're also going to cover some more of the cases that you, the viewers, have suggested to us. So if you have a case for us, especially if it's someone close to you, we want to hear from you. Just reach out in the comments and we'll get in touch with you. If you'd like to appear on the show to discuss a case, we'd be happy to have you. But like I said, we have a good show, and I want to first introduce to you our public relations expert and my co-host for this show. She is the lovely lady down here, and she's paying attention to all of you in the chat, so feel free to say hello. She's our model and makeup artist, and she's much friendlier than me, so say hello to the lovely Brooke.
Hey, Brooke. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
So thank you.
I'm not in the chat today, by the way.
She's not in the chat today.
I'm not in the chat.
All right.
Who's in the chat?
Aubrey.
Aubrey's in the chat today.
Oh, hey, Aubrey.
Thank you, Brooke, and thank you, Aubrey. So it's good to have you both as always, but let's introduce our resident medium. Mary is a very gifted psychic medium and remote viewer. In fact, she's being regarded as one of the top psychics around today, and she's better than Tyler Henry. Mary has a passion for finding justice and giving closure for loved ones, and she has helped police solve a number of cases and provided closure, and she's here to bring her gift to the world. She's fresh off of an international tour to pursue justice, and here with us today to do just the same. We really appreciate her time, so please give me a warm welcome to Mary the Medium.
Hey, guys. Happy Mother's Day.
Mary.
Happy Mother's Day, Mary.
Yeah, I met my mom's today. I'm a fur baby mother.
She's broadcasting live from her mom's house. Mary's she's a good child, and unlike me and Brooke, we should be at our mother's house. But I was given the day off. My brothers they scheduled early, so yeah.
I was given the day off too. So.
Well, I appreciate you both having you here, and okay, let's get on with the show. So, Mary, we started last week discussing the case of Chester Bennington, and I think we stumbled into something larger. Wouldn't you say? So, I want to further delve into this, and let me introduce to the stage with the button here, Chris Cornell.
Oh, he's my favorite.
Loves this guy. He was one of the pioneers of the grunge rock music scene with bands like Soundgarden, Audio Slave, and Temple of the Dog. Chris played his last show May 18th, 2017, here in Detroit, Michigan. This is actually a picture from his last show, and later was found in his hotel room just after midnight by his bodyguard with an exercise band around his neck. Police ruled this an unaliving, but Mary, what do you see?
No, it was not suicide.
This was also not a suicide.
No, it was not a suicide. And I can look at this photo, was not a suicide. It was ordered. Let me preface this. Because, and this goes way back, guys. So the last show I saw Clive or Clyde. Remember that?
Clyde. I think you said on the show.
And I was like, who the hell is this? So this goes way back. This goes to, and the bond there, is this?
This is Chester.
This is Chester, the guy we talked about last week, and Chris. Yes, they were very tight. They were very close.
Okay, so and I'm not changing the subject. When they said announced they were going after somebody named Epstein, I immediately, because I work down there, I immediately saw a man in a foreign country, or at least he had ties to France, he had ties to Switzerland. I thought he was in Switzerland. He's old, almost no hair, modern glasses.
Like old, like 60 or older, 70?
I thought 80s.
Oh.
70s to 80s, not in the best health, wore glasses, wore expensive suits, like very expensive suits. So I saw him with Epstein. This is what Spirit showed me.
She thought Jeffrey Epstein, the
Yeah.
unalived guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then crazy, when we did P Daddy episode, I saw him. This is the same guy I saw standing with his back turned to P Daddy and looking out this glass window over this beautiful woodlands. I guess it's California woodlands. The same man, the same kind of suit. And then with Chester, the same man, the same suit. And with Chris, who, by the way, just told me, no, you're on your own. I'm like, please, Chris, no, don't leave me hanging. Please.
Don't leave me hanging. You're my favorite, Chris.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling, and we were having this conversation a second before I opened my mouth. Because what I saw with Chris, it's all tied in together. Absolutely.
It's tied in with the gentleman that you saw. I hate to call him a gentleman. The gentleman you saw with Epstein and with P. Diddy. I just want to kind of bring everybody up to speed. Somebody, we reached out to the audience that anyone knows of a Clive or a Clyde we asked for, and someone in the comments suggested Clive Davis. I sent Mary a picture of him, and this exploded her mind. Let me show you a picture of this dude. Clive Davis, this exploded her mind. And she was, that was the guy, that's the guy I've been seeing. She's been looking for this guy for 3 years.
Yep. Well, I've been looking for him ever since Epstein.
He was the guy that she claimed called the shot on Jeffrey.
Oh, three-piece suit. He always wore a vest. The man I saw in Switzerland had a vest on. Bingo.
Yeah, Clive Davis was a record producer. I believe he was the owner of Columbia Records at one point. He was P. Diddy's mentor.
She saw. Didn't you see record producer, Mary?
I did. Okay, but let me clarify this. This is coming from Spirit. So this man is connected to all of these people.
Whitney Houston too.
Yeah, he's connected to all of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw, this is the man, not those glasses, but they were super modern, but it wasn't that particular frame that he had on. But this guy, what are his ties to Switzerland? Do we know, or to France?
He's got international ties everywhere. I mean, he's in the music industry, and nothing particular I could see. He had, I'm sure he had properties in Europe, but nothing particular.
Because when I saw him, he wasn't alone. First, I saw him surrounded by, he was at a table with 11 other people. The one person that stuck out with these 11 other people is a woman with very dark hair. I would say Bogota, Colombia, or it's not Ghislaine, very similar to Ghislaine, but
short hair like her.
Her hair was to here, perfectly coiffed.
She's talking about Golan Maxwell,
very well
Jeffrey Epstein's.
Very well presented. And this woman was either from Bogota, Colombia, or she was from Mexico. And I am saying these 11 other people, how did they fit with this man? What are they running? I don't understand. Is this the man I've been searching for over 3 years? You betcha it is.
This is
wow. That's
the guy. And you know, we're going to reach out to the audience here. I mean, that was incredibly helpful. I'm not sure I could have come up with Clive Davis. Someone's following the case closely, but we're looking for.
Yeah, somebody.
We're going to build a ring. There's 11 people involved in this ring that are at a table with Clive Davis. Perhaps Golan Maxwell was one of those 11, but there's a Colombian woman who seems like she's the head of this ring.
No.
If anybody has any ideas or anything, thoughts,
no, she's saying no.
No, she is not the head of it. You've got a couple of guys that look Turkish. you have a Saudi Arabian, you have a Mexican or Colombian woman, okay? And then there is a U.S. senator involved in this ring. He wears a gray suit. He's got salt and pepper colored hair, and it was kind of full at the time that I saw him. This was at Jeffrey Epstein's time. When did he die? When was he offed?
Epstein was about 4 or 5 years ago, I think. 18 or 19, I think Epstein got off.
I think it was like.
He unalived himself in the jail cell. Bullshit.
You mean the one that Hillary didn't kill?
Yeah.
So Chris
Unalive, sorry.
So you think that perhaps Clive Davis was the shot caller on either or both of these suicides, the unalivings, Cornell and Bennington? You think he was involved?
Spirit
yes.
is saying he called all the shots. Spirit said Chris Cornell, especially just now, said we got too close.
Cornell said we got too close. Oh, we really want to keep going on this one. All right, let me. Let's get back to the Cornell case in particular.
Wait.
Go ahead.
On the other side, Chester is very much, go get him, you get him, Mary. Chris is stand back, very quiet, kind of like, he's
That's
not.
kind of how he was in life, though, too, Mary. He was really reserved and kind of shy.
I knew nothing about him in life. I just knew I had some songs by Audio Slave, and I had one song by Linkin Park. I don't look up the artists. I don't have time. I barely have time to do this podcast.
No, I can definitely
We know.
second that. Mary, we have to bring her up to speed on some pop culture.
Yeah,
who Kurt Cobain was. So yeah,
Yeah.
wants to doubt that one. But I want to get back to the Cornell case in particular. So let's go back to this is at the MGM Grand Hotel in Detroit. Brooke wanted to go to this show, and I'm thankfully she hasn't pulled this over my head forever because we didn't go, and this was our last chance. But nonetheless, okay, so there in the hotel room, he spoke to his wife just before he passed, and the last person to see him live would have been his bodyguard. So I want to bring those to the stage. We sort of tapped into this last week. This is Vicky Cornell, his wife, and she said that he wasn't in a good frame of mind. They had a fight.
Yeah, thanks to her. Yeah, that's, oh my God. I said it last week. I will say it this week. I do not like that woman. I do not like her soul. I do not like what I am seeing.
Okay. All right. So,
I can't.
Involvement?
That's
was
from
she
Spirit.
A bad person, or was she involved in his death?
I see, when I see those two together, a forward slash mark, which means like total opposites split entirely. Okay. And she was not nice. Right. Not nice at all.
I think that I told you, Mary, my friend Ken Settle, he's a photographer here in Detroit. He's great. He was the one that took the last photos of him. And he had mentioned on a TV show that Chris was not inebriated. He was in a strange mood. And he and his wife had gotten into a fight. Yeah, they had gotten into a fight.
She wanted out. She wanted a divorce. She wanted out. All she wanted was the money. I'm getting like, it just totally blew his mind. Like, where did this come from? Was he so blind to her that she was not who he married? She was not who he married, is what I'm hearing. So, and just, was not, she was supposed to be his life partner. What happened? What changed her?
What I'm not hearing is any involvement. Was she at all involved or have any kind of culpability in his death, or is this just
feels guilty?
She's a shitty wife.
He says yes.
He says she was involved or had some
culpability to his death.
Okay, well,
He
let's set her
says,
aside for now. I want to bring
now
in.
remember,
Go
this
ahead.
is coming from spirit. I mean,
Yeah.
did she fight with him so much that he hung himself? Did she have involvement with the killers? Did she, I mean, that can mean so many different things. I personally, as a medium, as a woman, looking at her, someone with an extreme gift, and this is coming from me, I don't like her.
Right.
And I am usually very good at and I don't say judge because there's a reason why I would feel this way. You know, I'm getting, there was a lot of anger, there was a lot of envy, there was a lot of hate, there was a lot of manipulation, and generally it was all about her. And Chris wanted it to be more than about her. That's what I'm being shown. And then shoved children in front of my view. So, okay, he wanted.
He was
he
was dedicated father, Mary. So
Yeah,
I think you're onto something there.
He wanted it to be about the kids. He got lost in his music because he couldn't take her.
Okay, let me bring him to the last person to see Chris alive in his hotel room was about a half hour before they found. He actually was the one that found him hanging with the exercise band. This is his bodyguard, Martin Kirsten. He I don't know much more about him. I think he's married to Heidi Klum or somebody, a model, but he was the bodyguard for Cornell, and he would have been the last one to see him alive, and then the phone that found him hanging. So, I mean, Mary, what do you see on him?
Part of me suspects that, and then the other part of me doesn't. I'm not.
So you're not seeing ringing bells or any red flags?
No, I still see the guy now. Is that what he looked like at the time of Chris Cornell's death? Who was the bodyguard, or who was the man with the long hair and the beard that saw Chester? Have we found him yet?
I haven't found a road.
No,
his description.
no, we looked. And
Okay, so
did you happen to have the video pictures of the funeral that Mary had asked for? Of
pictures of
Chester singing at Chris Cornell's funeral, and then there's the pictures of the pallbearers and everything. Do you happen to have that or no?
I wanna look and see who's right near that casket or standing with the family.
You mean Chris Cornell? Are you talking about
Chris Cornell's funeral? That's what Mary has.
Yeah.
Like Mary wanted to see the people around the casket, like when Chester was singing. It was star-studded. It was a very star-studded funeral, unfortunately. But many people just needed to show their love for.
I just get that their deaths are connected. Their deaths are tied to one individual who is connected to a lot of other people. Spirit said last week, Clive or Clyde, when asked who did it. Now, who is this person? That's the question. The photograph that I saw fits the description I've been seeing ever since before Jeffrey Epstein was murdered. Okay. Is this the man though?
I mean, when you talked about him and his connections with Diddy, that to me, that was a connection that Mary made that had no clue. I didn't have a clue that he had a connection, but if anybody was involved with Diddy, it was him.
Yeah.
Here I have a collage of the funeral. This is of the Cornell funeral. I'm not sure people near her casket. Anybody on that picture ringing a bell?
Is that Courtney Love?
I don't know.
Yeah, that is Courtney Love. Huh.
That's Dave Grohl. That's David Beckham.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And why is Vicky smiling?
I don't know.
Who knows? He captured.
Why is she smiling?
Maybe she looked good that day.
Maybe she's thinking about the inheritance. I don't know.
I'm telling you, I don't like her soul. I don't like her motives. I don't like it. Same with, what's her face? The blonde, the prefab blonde.
Courtney.
What's her name?
Courtney.
Yeah. Don't like her either.
Well, see, the thing about Chester, Kurt, and even like Chris is they all seemed like very dedicated fathers. I know that Kurt had an addiction problem, but they all had some type of cross to bear. And I can't imagine them wanting to leave their children.
No, and they didn't want to leave their children. I think they stumbled upon something that was a little too close to home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, I saw a sex trafficking ring.
I used to think that was all just a rumor.
No,
very sad.
it is not a rumor.
This is what you're saying. The reason that they were okay. I got one more picture for you of the near the casket.
Okay, where's the guy with the beard? Who is that man right there with his hair pulled back? Okay, all right, the guy with his hair pulled back and he's got a beard. Who is that guy standing right next to the wreath? Who is that guy?
The black guy?
No, the man bun there on the left.
The man
on the left and the right.
Are those Italians? Are those Italian? Those are Italians.
Yeah, his wife was Italian or Colombian or just something. She was.
So we're not liking that guy. The guy in the left with the beard next to the girl with the sunglasses.
I'm not liking him or the one. I mean, there's three of them there. I want to know who these people are. Was that like her family? Was that her family?
No idea. No, I wish we knew. Maybe we need a pop celebrity expert on the show, perhaps.
Yeah, we do. But this guy had a long beard.
Yeah, long hair.
And a belt buckle. You had mentioned that. How old did you? Pardon?
He was a beer belly. The guy that actually took out Chester last week. We talked about.
Yeah, 40, 30, 40, 45, maybe 45.
So he's our age, like, wow.
Your age.
Oh, I know. You probably remember that when I was your age.
Okay, we need to move on. We need to keep moving. I mean, we might bring up some more stuff, and we're going to definitely do some updates in the Cobain episode. That's what someone asked, but I want to bring on.
But just so you know, I'm not accusing anybody. I'm just telling you what Spirit showed me, and I've been seeing the same vision now, connecting a lot of people ever since before Jeffrey Epstein was offed. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to work on this list of 11 people at this meeting.
The same man.
The first guy we're pointing a finger at, but we got 10 more bodies to find. So we're going to work on a list, and we're going to figure this out. But we're going to figure out also that guy who the man bun is. Let's work on that. But I want
we have a couple from recent.
Yeah, we got a case. This was suggested by actually a few viewers. I want to talk about this case. This lady. This is Mica Miller from South Carolina. She was the wife of a pastor, John Paul Miller, who's the pastor of Solid Rock Church. She was found dead on April 27th this year. She was found at Lumber River State Park in North Carolina. Police ruled it was an unaliving, I'm supposed to say. Her husband was seen around that time at an athletic event in Charleston, South Carolina that day. The case seems really fishy, but the husband apparently wasn't there. There was a 911 call made by her shortly before a gunshot was heard. Her body was found an hour later. Mary, what do you see on this one?
I see that. I think, what a dirtbag! You fucker. Excuse my French. No, he is. He's a fucker. He was out there fucking around on her with other women. Okay, what he couldn't keep it in his pants. And I feel like he hired someone, Spirit is saying, I'm seeing two men, okay, hired someone to off her. He did. In his trunk, she was put in a trunk and dumped, disposed. I see water, natural surroundings like a nature preserve or something, water, woodlands. He
You're
is
saying, she was actually
absolutely
found,
crazy.
at the national park. She was found by a kayaker in the water, so her body was found in the water.
The husband, okay, he did it either directly or indirectly, had it done.
Okay,
Something with
I want to
a
put on the
blunt
show. I've got
force trauma to the head, blunt force trauma to the head. And I don't know if they hit her first and then pulled a gun, but I see head just exploding. He did it.
Okay, I want to put on there was a 911 call made by her. It's a really short call. I want to put it on the show here. Let's see if I can get the audio to come up. But she was here it comes.
Robinson County 911. What's the address of your emergency?
Hi. Are you able to trace the location of my phone?
Are you at the Lumber River State Park?
Yeah, that's where I am.
Tell me what's happened.
I'm about to kill myself.
No, that's
I just want my family to know where to find me.
no.
Okay, that was the 911 call made about 10 minutes before a gunshot was heard.
I think that's the one thing that throws everybody else. Yeah, Mary, what do you see? 'Cause that's what throws everybody else.
She was forced to say that. She was forced to say that.
He announced it at church. That's how everybody found out. He announced it in the sermon. He said that my wife killed her, so unalived her. Sorry, YouTube. And yes, and then they called the police saying that something doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Because he announced to the congregation that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I can pretty well unequivocally say it wasn't him. If she was there, because his car was spotted at 222 on the Highway 17 bypass heading to Myrtle Beach, where he was going to some athletic event. At 2:54 was that phone call. So that phone call was 30 minutes after he was spotted near Myrtle Beach. So he was definitely not there. So at 2:54 that phone call went.
Well, how do we know someone else wasn't driving his car?
He was spotted at an athletic event, so he was in public.
I felt like he may have paid someone or had someone do this. Right. Okay. But he is the one that was instrumental in her death. This man was. Okay. They need to check his trunk and then, and it looks like someone that he knew outside of the church, and he's bald. He's kind of bald and he's kind of fat. They need to, and I'm sure some of the parishioners, if they're watching, they will know who this man is. This man is bald. He's fat. He's probably in his 48, 50-ish. And so he asked him, I think he paid him to do it. They need to look at this man's bank accounts.
Okay, so I had a question. That morning, the morning that she was found, she went to a pawn shop and bought the pistol that was, police are saying that was the actual pistol used to shoot her. So it was a 9mm Sig Sauer from a pawn shop. Was she buying this? Why did she go into the pawn shop to buy the pistol that morning?
To protect herself from him.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, she was afraid of he would do something to her, and then that gun was turned on her later that day, is what you're saying happened?
Yeah.
Like Mary, I think I told you I don't watch TV, but I watch YouTube sometimes, and I saw that she perhaps was brainwashed, and perhaps he had gotten somebody else pregnant. Are you getting anything else like that? Because there's people that's been saying there's a baby somewhere. Three other women he was trying to slip it into, the prick.
I mean, I'll call it like I see it.
No, you're
That's
not
why we love you.
incorrect.
He was
I'm reading all
screwing
kinds
around.
of
He was
accounts of him he had a mistress at the
kicking
time. They were
around.
separated
Yeah, that
legally.
was
He was hitting on other women. So yeah, there's all
Yeah.
kinds of. He's a
He
dirt.
was a good-looking guy, but she was a
No, he
beautiful
wasn't.
woman, and you don't think he was a good-looking
No.
guy? I saw pictures. I
Hey,
thought he looked like
looking,
he was
he's
a
not
good
looking.
No, Rabid Barney. Oh, he's
guy.
disgusting. He's a Rabid Barney Fife. He's disgusting.
That's
He's
hysterical.
absolutely disgusting. Oh yeah. I mean, he's probably had like 30 other women. This guy
It
is
does
a
sound like that's
serial abuser. Oh yeah, let him come
Yeah,
after me. I'll show you.
about a week and a half before she was found, she talked to a lawyer. He had posted topless photos of her online. They proven that he was apologizing for doing that. She claimed emotional abuse, spiritual, financial abuse, physical
Yeah.
abuse, that he
Oh,
stalked
yeah.
her, that he would steal cell phones, have them cloned and impersonate her,
Yeah.
sending texts as her, and accusing her of something
What?
material, spreading
Oh
rumors,
yeah, he
tracking her
was a
vehicles with GPS. So yeah, he
mastermind.
definitely was not a good person.
What in the world? I didn't hear any of this.
He's a mastermind of stalking, manipulation. Okay. Yeah. And he killed her. Oh yeah. Come after me for that. I'll show you what God's all about.
Yeah, it certainly seems dirty, but he physically has an alibi, unfortunately. So they're going to have to find this bald guy with a beard and
Planned it that way, I'm sure.
Planned it. Yes.
a parishioner of his.
Could be a parishioner, could be a next door neighbor.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I mean, his life is getting opened up, and he's got all kinds of. I mean, apparently, there's some money missing, some misappropriation and accusation. So the guy is. His life's going to get exposed pretty hardcore here. So if anybody finds this fat guy with a beard, we can.
Think he paid somebody. Like how much money is missing? Like 30,000?
I think it was under 2,000, but that's what they found so far. So
30.
maybe he's got more.
You get 30, Mary?
He was the owner of this church. So, I mean, he has some dough. I mean, he actually owns. He's not just a pastor. He physically owns a church.
Yeah. Abuse of power.
Well, the things that I was reading, he does most of the reading, but the things that I was reading is that she was brainwashed. Like they tried to brainwash her, and I don't know what that was all about, what the subject matter was, but if she was able to be brainwashed, I'm sure she could be talked into or threatened into hurting herself.
Yeah. So and South Carolina, where in South Carolina?
I think the church is actually in Myrtle Beach area.
Didn't they say it was near Myrtle Beach?
Yeah.
Wow.
Heather Elvis case, Mary. It's like near.
Yeah.
They're in South Carolina right now.
Solid Rock Church, somewhere near Myrtle
I
Beach.
am. Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to. We've got some viewers saying a few things. So we're not saying that's related to Kurt, Matt. So no, Kurt was a totally different story. But that just sort of led us down the path because I wanted to indulge myself in Kurt. So no, but yeah, Shabby Gabby is saying he had 5 kids from his first wife. This dude. The church has been disbanded already. Wow. Oh, she's saying Myrtle Beach. So Gabby's following us. I appreciate your help, Gabby. She's following as close as we are.
Shabby Gabby. Hi, Gabby.
But
Hi,
yeah,
Happy
Myrtle Beach.
Mother's Day.
Fine ball. Yeah, I confirmed too. The dude sucks.
Yeah. So
Right.
okay,
I didn't know he was that bad.
So what guy we're looking for is somebody. Maybe he was paid off. Maybe he was done this, to silence her or whatever. But he's a burly dude with a beard. We said.
No. Now who are we talking about now?
This is the guy that took out the wife, her.
No, bald-headed guy. Bald-headed guy.
So she knew this man.
I think she did. And who's Patrick? Patrick.
I don't even know the husband's name. I don't even know the pastor's
Not
name.
Patrick. It's John Paul is his name. So Patrick.
Well, apparently there's someone named Patrick involved with this.
You're right, audience people. Patrick.
Okay, so if somebody could investigate, did this slime ball of a pastor who murdered his wife or had her murdered, does he know did he affiliate with someone named Patrick? I don't care. He did it. Okay,
Right.
whether indirectly or directly. He is the cause of her being unalive. And why do we have to say that word?
Because YouTube, I don't know. I realized this on people that were posting on TikTok and also, but YouTube too. You can't say the Sioux word.
They might like
Yeah, it's censor you, shadow ban us.
your ability, or I don't know. I know that all the pros, they don't say certain words.
So this is what Spirit is showing me.
We're working on it, right?
Right.
Sorry, YouTube. All right, we're looking for Patrick. We're looking for a bald.
Okay, so listen, Jeff, this is what Spirit is showing me. Okay, so and when Spirit shows me something, I have to. Okay, this is how I present it. Yeah.
Okay.
Someone do a DNA swab of his car and this other Patrick's guy's car, the trunk.
If anybody can look into this, look into Patrick. See who Patrick is.
Okay.
Right.
Social media, do your thing.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, so
We got another one, don't we?
Yeah, I want to bring another one that we've got some fans that are really asking about a few of them. So we covered the Mica Miller. If we get any more on that, we'll drop it on you. But I want to talk about this is 21-year-old Caleb Harris he's from New Braunfels, Texas. He was going to Texas A&M and Corpus Christi. He was last seen at his apartment March 4th of this year. He was seen after midnight on a video doorbell playing with his dog. Ordered Uber Eats around 2 a.m. He sent a Snapchat message about an hour later. His food was dropped off at 3:20 a.m., but he was never seen again. They found his wallet, his keys, his car. They were all still, and his shoes were all still in his apartment, but his phone was gone. And they have not seen him since, and the phone hasn't pinged since. So, Mary, what do you think?
Who's the red-headed? Was the Uber driver red-headed?
Don't know. The police cleared the Uber driver, said he was definitely not involved in the disappearance, but don't know. They didn't release any information on his Uber driver.
No, do we have a picture of the Uber driver?
No.
No, the only picture that I have was a picture of the parents, but I'm pretty sure that they have nothing to do with this. They just want to find their son.
No. He's opening the door and he's like, dude, what are you doing? And I see a red-headed guy standing there at the door. And he's got a hat on. He's got a red bill, white hat, red bill. The guy's got red hair. And
maybe Caleb was opening the door thinking it was the Uber driver, and maybe it wasn't?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did they ever find any food there?
Yeah, the food was left there at 3:20.
Food was left, yeah. I just feel like it's this guy. It's a red-headed guy. The guy's got brilliant carrot red hair.
What do you see happening to him when he opens the door?
I just feel like he was forced to go with him. I feel like
he didn't know this guy, or he did?
I think he knew him, but he didn't want to be involved with him. I just feel like he was taken out of the apartment. Like, this guy was not altogether there. Could have been schizophrenic, could have had Caleb's friends could have had something to do with drugs. He didn't, and I think this guy came looking for him. Why?
Okay. Where is Caleb today, do you think?
He's dead.
He's dead. Okay, his apartment was in Corpus Christi. Do you think he's close? Where's his body?
Like a riverbed, Corpus Christi. Where? I got to look at a map on
That's very, very southern Texas. That's down by the tip of Texas.
Yeah, like cobblestones in the bottom, or some stones, not many, some rocks. I just feel like he's in a riverbed somewhere. Oh, a hummingbird. Oh, how pretty. Oh, there's a hummingbird.
Oh, that's like a metaphor for our attention span.
Yeah.
Okay. So how far do you think from Corpus Christi, from his apartment, how far away is he currently?
They need to, the number 2.5 25, 2.5.
2.5 or 25 miles.
Yeah.
Something like
2.5. Could be as far as 25. But yeah. So was he, do we know if he was involved in any kind of, this picture right here says drugs to me.
drugs.
Does it really? Okay.
No, they don't really
Mhm.
smear the missing guys on TV. So no.
I'm not smearing him. I'm saying I think he had some friends who were involved in
And
it.
No, maybe they
Okay.
owe money or something.
And maybe they owed money
Yeah,
and they
maybe.
came after him. You
Hmm.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
well, hopefully they're looking into something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been looking for him for 2 months. They're just having a hard time.
Oh, has it been that long? It's been 2
Yeah, it
months?
was March that he went missing, so it's been a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I got one more case for us.
Oh,
Before
there is one more, Mary.
we do have some updates on a few of the cases I want to talk about, but so one more case. This is an older one. I'm sure
I remember this.
you all heard of this one. This is Stacy Peterson.
Not Lacey, but Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy Peterson. This one was from 2007. So in 2003, Stacy was 19 and she married 49-year-old cop Drew Peterson. So 19 and 49.
Wait a minute. Is this the same case that I did?
Yeah, this is the.
Did you? No.
Oh no, this is
You did Lacey. This is Stacy.
a long time ago. Anyway, so this is Drew Peterson.
Yeah.
Stacy went missing in 2007, and she has still never been found. Suspicion is on the Drew here. Drew is a
Right.
After reopening the case into Stacy's disappearance, they actually reopened his third wife's suspicious death, and he's been convicted and is sentenced to life in prison. So he's already
For that one.
and he's also been convicted of
did.
trying to have the prosecutor killed. So he's a good guy, but they've never really found the body of his fourth wife. So he's going to be in jail the rest of his life, but still, Stacy's never been found. So, Mary, what do you see? What do you see there?
And it's crazy. It's like one of those big, giant metal drainage ditches. Okay. That's the first thing I see with her. Woodlands, big metal giant drainage ditch.
Okay, so just recently, her sister said that they found via sonar a body in a canal in Lockport, Illinois, and she's claiming that she feels this is hers, but the police have looked and they couldn't find it. Do you think this is perhaps where her resting place was, or they found some bones in this canal but never recovered them?
Yeah.
Is this one where like it is her?
Yeah, drainage ditch. Yeah. But
Mhm.
it's like, you know, how you can, you know, when they're trying to drain areas to move the water away, they put these big, giant, round metal, what are they called? Yeah,
Grates?
anyway, yeah. Well, no, it's like, you know, what they run cable underground with, what they run water through. Yeah. Well, yeah, big giant metal conduit or whatever.
Oh, like a culvert, like the
Yeah. But in woods. So yes, that's where I feel like she is. And this guy has killed more than just her and another wife. I feel like he's killed 3 or 4, 3 people for sure. They just don't know about the other 2. Right now they're saying 2 people he's killed.
Yeah, he's in prison
2
for
wives, apparently.
Oh, he's killed.
She knew something was going on. I remember this case. She posted like, "Hey, if something were ever to happen to me," like she was deathly afraid because he was a police officer. So she put stuff in a safe in a video, and so there was some abuse, obviously.
Yeah. And unfortunately, she is not at rest on the other side.
Oh,
Okay.
that makes me sad.
Let me see her picture again. Let me see her picture.
We've got like 4.
Stacy? Hang on.
Yeah. Do you have one of just her?
No, I don't think I have one up. It's just her.
I
I was already into something else.
mhm.
All right, so I
Yeah.
just have pictures of her and Drew together. Oh, I'm sorry, I have her.
Okay,
Kid.
not that one. It's the other one. That one. She's like, yeah, she's kind of frantic. He did it. He did it. This is where I am. And she points down, and it is in the ground, and it's like a culvert. Sometimes you see animals living in them, wild animals. It's a drainage ditch. I just feel like drainage ditch, woodlands, and no one ever thought to look there because it's so remote. It's kind of remote.
Is this the same area that her sister is describing that they had found her in
Yes.
somewhere?
Yeah, I think so.
So do you think that her bones are recoverable?
Yes, her bones are. Yes.
Good.
And
Like,
he's still-
do you think that we can get her a map? Do you think we can get Mary a map
Yeah,
to
if
see
you
if
get me a map, I'll circle it. But he has killed 3 people. 3 people, guys. 3 people. And she said she knows he's killed 5, but she is showing me 3 wives. How many wives did he have?
Didn't you say he had 4?
He was working on his 5th when he got arrested, but yeah, he had 4.
He's a serial marrier.
Yeah, and serial killer. Okay.
Mm.
Right.
He's very much a control freak, and he has physically harmed her bad. I mean, beat him, alcoholic too. This guy was, I'm so glad he's in jail.
Oh yeah. Do you happen to have a picture of the mugshot that I grabbed to him from my mom? I got some great pictures. I didn't know if you wanted to see it. I know we are running out of time, but like this is an old case. No, we're not. Okay, great. Mary has a little bit more time than she normally does because she's got the day off. Yay.
I did.
Well, I just want to get to some updates. I have a couple of cases to update, but any more on the 3 cases we talked about today, or are we ready to rock on some updates?
I need to, the Chris Cornell, the Chester, P. Diddy, Jeffrey Epstein, they are all related, and it's this one person.
Clive or Clyde?
Yeah, Clive or Clyde. They're all related.
So if anybody in the music industry knows anybody named Clyde or Clive, let us know.
Well, we're already kind of Clive Davis. We're kind of pointing the finger that direction, right?
Yeah, I'm trying not to do that.
Indirectly pointing in that direction.
Okay.
Not saying he's done anything, but I'm just saying
someone that looks like him, acts like him.
Spirit
Same
keeps
name.
showing me your face with all of these dead musicians, and I want to know why.
Yeah,
So
hi, Clive.
call
Explain
me.
yourself, Clive.
It could be-
All right. So let's talk. I do some updates. So we never really, when we talked about the Cobain case about a month ago now, we never really settled on Callie versus Dylan, who did what. So we have really 2 actions that someone's swapped the needle with a hot dose and somebody shot Kurt in the mouth. So I'm going to bring on pictures. These are as close as I could find to what they looked like around the time it happened. So that is on the left, that's Callie, Michael DeWitt. On the right, that would be Dylan, right in 94-ish.
Okay, who's who?
Dylan, the guy that
Kurt's friend Dylan.
allegedly.
Right.
Yeah.
This is who he got the gun
pulled the
from.
trigger.
Got the gun from. The guy on the left is Callie, was the babysitter or the nanny. Who
He's
was
crazy.
I wouldn't let him babysit my kids. You kidding?
Oh, hell no. The guy was nutsoid.
So who do you
Still
see?
is.
Yeah. What do you see?
So what's the question?
Which guy do you see with the shotgun in Kurt's mouth?
I still keep going to the guy on the
Dylan. Yeah.
The guy on the right, then Dylan.
You've never wavered with that one, ever.
and so Courtney put Dylan up for how long in her house?
20 years after it, at least.
What does that
Was
pay?
paying for his drugs. Pay for his drugs, apparently. I don't know, his housing and his drugs. That's a lot of money.
But the guy on the left, the nutsoid, babysitter, I, and I revisited this after our show, because did I get this information right from Spirit? Did I? To be honest with you, this guy holding the child, I wouldn't put it past him. He is that crazy, that mentally insane at the time. And
Mary, one of our viewers is saying there were 2 people in the room when Kurt died, 2 other people besides Kurt. Is that what you see?
Everybody thinks that. Everybody thinks that. Like,
yeah.
yes, thanks, Pixie.
Yes. Yeah, I do too.
Was it these 2 guys, or was it somebody else perhaps?
I would not put it, I would have to say the guy on the left. The guy on the left did not like Kurt. Did not.
Right.
Well, that was the one. Wasn't he the babysitter and also Courtney's ex-boyfriend?
Well, she didn't claim boyfriend, but yeah, they had definitely slept together. But yeah, he was.
She slept with everybody. Yeah, she slept with Ellie.
What is that? Like a rite of passage or something? Moving into her house?
I thought that was really odd, because how could Kurt be okay with that? I mean, I know he really didn't give a whip about her.
He wanted out. He wanted away from her. She was nasty. He didn't want to have anything to do with her. He loved that other girl, her bassist. I mean, he really thought that girl was sweet, innocent, and pure. He didn't want to have anything to do with Kurt.
I'm glad you brought up Kristen, because I wanted to.
Yeah, there was somebody that talked about something.
Yeah, we put. I'm going to put Kristen up here. This is Kristen on the right with this is Hole of 94. So I watched over the show. One of our viewers caught that I started to talk about Kristen. Mary started to say that she didn't want to be alive anymore. I didn't hear her say that. Cut her off. And I said either I influenced what Mary was hearing, or she was going to correct herself before I cut her off. So Kristen Pfaff there on the right, she died via overdose, and Eric, who is standing towering over her there, was the last person to see her apparently.
Yeah.
Mary, what do you see here?
A lethal dose. Was it on purpose? Probably. Lethal dose.
On purpose.
She was very
on purpose,
upset.
or Eric knew it was.
She was very upset about Cobain's death. Very, very upset. And seriously, she became depressed over it. But okay, so the guy, the scary dude standing behind Courtney. Okay, so let's get this right with him. He was there for all of it. What's his role in the whole thing?
Eric, he was in Courtney's band. I think they were sleeping together at the time. I'm not sure about Courtney said she never dated anybody. He was at the house the week Kurt died. I think he was there well after Kurt would have been gone, but I'm not positive on that. But yeah, he was definitely there 20 minutes before. Nobody saw Kristen again after he left her apartment.
He's real sneaky. This guy, silent type. I just feel like there was a loaded dose, a lethal overdose given to her by him.
So she didn't know. She thought it was a regular dose, and he loaded up a hot dose. That's what they call that, by the way.
Oh, well, I don't think maybe either one of them knew. But the fact is, he showed up at her at where she was leaving, right? She was moving back home.
Yeah, she had just moved out. It was an empty apartment, and her stuff was in the driveway. They were going to leave in the morning and never go back to the West Coast again. So she was in Seattle forever.
Yeah, but she would talk. She would write memoirs later on.
Right.
So what better way to get rid of her?
Okay, so we are saying that that maybe she didn't know that how strong it was, or how strong of a dose it was, and Eric
probably, yeah. It's a shame.
Right. So I just wanted to kind of get a little clarity on.
Was she trying to be on the sober train? I thought that I heard you say that she was trying to be on the.
Yeah.
She was trying to be
I think she went into
Trying to-
rehab either
Yeah.
just after Kurt died. So yeah, she had been in rehab for several months. and gotten
trying to
clean.
be sober, and then he shows up.
Right. Okay, so that is, I mean, yeah, I really try to toe the line, like I was telling the viewer, toe the line between saying too much and then trying to keep it interesting and clarify.
Yeah.
So I
Some
don't want to
people got kind of
interfering.
shitty with us. Yeah, some people got shitty with us because
Oh,
last
shit.
time Mary, well, they were like, you keep on interrupting Mary. And it's like, we were just trying to get you to slow down a little bit so he could try to preface it before you drop some bombshells.
Yeah, shit happens. I want to bring on one more. Let's talk about. We did this show 2 months ago. This is Sebastian Rogers from Tennessee. Boy's
Oh,
been missing.
yeah.
Still looking for him. I believe on the show. Well, actually, I don't want to repeat. I know what Mary said on the show. So Mary,
Straight, hands out.
what do you see?
Straight. Yeah. So okay. So I believe the parents fled. The pieces of shit parents. They fled. I'm sorry. Your child is missing, and you flee the scene. What
Some
the?
people just shouldn't be parents, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, shitty parents. Okay, I wouldn't even call them parents. Okay, but I see him laying straight there with hands beside. Now that's the stance of someone who's died and buried.
It
Hands
is.
straight out,
Yes.
like this, straight out, like this. This is how I see him. I still see the tree line. I still see the water, like a riverbed or something.
Okay, how far from his house?
I thought
That's
it
what I'm
was
saying.
like one, I mean, not far at all. I don't even remember what Spirit said to me. I don't remember that. Was it
I recall. I think it was
1.25?
2.5 or 3 miles.
Yeah, something like one
Within
point.
3 miles.
Yeah, something
Was
like
this in the
that.
Carolinas too?
This is in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Okay, did they find him?
They have not found him yet. No, people have asked a few times about him, and yeah, within a few miles of his house, near a clearing, near a river, lying, perhaps buried, perhaps not, but lying face up.
Face up, arms by his side like this. And that's what people are buried like. You know, when you're buried, rigor mortis sets in, they break your arms, they put them by the side, or they do this, you know.
I didn't know they break your arms.
Yeah, of course. Like, what if you fell asleep like this and you died like this? You can't fit into a coffin that way.
They don't break your arm, but you gotta break your joints because your joints freeze up. Okay, so I want to one more update. So this is not other than we did a while ago out of Tennessee. This is little Summer Wells.
Yeah.
I had a question about they had a next door neighbor. Let me see if I can't get her picture up. But there's a next door neighbor who's claiming that she heard a screaming the night, and she's been all over YouTube. This next door neighbor. So she's saying that she felt like the kid got accidentally killed and the parents were hiding it. Mary, you said that somebody with long hair in a work van had taken her, kidnapped her. Do you have any more clarity on this one?
Yeah, I do. I still see her. I feel like she was taken. I feel like it was a guy with long hair. And I still see she's buried. There are wildflowers. There's that rural road, and it's kind of like another road that intersects with it. Pasture, a dilapidated house, a rural road, like a highway 170 or something like that. And she's buried not far off that road that connects to the highway. She's buried right there. And there are wildflowers.
Wildflowers growing there. Okay, I got a picture. I'm trying to put it up here in a second. The neighbor's name is Jody Sue Brown, and she has been really talking a lot about the case, blaming it on the children. But there's people online. You know, I take internet rumors with a grain of salt, but people are blaming it on her or her son. Let me get a picture of her on up here. I guess I don't mind. She's made herself a public person, so she loses privacy. She's been all over YouTube talking about the family and saying that she hated these kids, she didn't like them, so she was obviously feuding with the family.
Her own kids.
Well, the Jody Sue Brown, her 19-year-old son lived there, and she didn't like the kids, the Summer Wells kids, the brothers and sisters. They had 3 brothers. So this is Jody Sue. Mary, what do you see when you look at her?
I see a woman that wants a lot of attention.
Really? Okay.
I don't. Okay. Is this Summerell's mom?
No, this is a next door neighbor.
Yeah, next door neighbor.
Well, I mean, I think she potentially has been using the case to gather attention for herself, but she's sort of putting the finger, saying that the Wells killed the kid and hid that. But people have accused her family of being involved. So, are you just saying that she, doesn't know very much, but is just using this to get her 15 minutes?
She knows something. This woman
knows
does.
something.
Oh yeah, she does know something, and she's hiding it.
Okay.
Yeah, she's hiding it. She feels very guilty.
Really?
She knows what happened. This woman knows what happened.
People have pointed the finger, said she had a 19-year-old son that was kind of a loser.
Did he have long hair?
Don't know.
Let's find out.
But she also had a husband, which they didn't.
Oh,
like.
he's a dirt. I don't like her husband.
Her husband's a dirtbag.
I didn't say it. I'm just saying I don't like her husband. Like
Spirit said it.
Run around.
You cannot like somebody and voice your opinion about it and not get sued.
Yeah, was he a convict? No, he ran around, just not a good person, not someone to take home to mother.
So we're going to look into her a little bit further. I just wanted to see if there's anything to chase here, but yeah, it looks like maybe there's something here. So we're going to try to get a picture of her husband and her son, and see.
Yeah,
especially
her son. I want to see if he's got some
mullet
hair. Yeah, hair. Hair.
I just want to say I was born too late. I wanted a mullet, and it just by the time I was old enough, it was just out of style. So I missed out.
Yeah. So what if we? Yeah, I know. Let's put her picture back up there. You never want me to say that.
Jody Sue. I'll put her. Yeah, that's never good.
Jody Sue is hiding something.
Jody Sue Brown.
Yeah, she knows what happened to Summer, or she suspects, but unfortunately, I think has the heat come down on her?
There's a lot of online people supposing she did stuff, but don't really know.
Do we have another picture of her?
Yeah, we got one more I wanted to throw at you.
One more missing person or a picture?
No, one more picture. I'm not quite sure. This might be her son. I'm not sure. Hang on. Didn't have time to do research, so I'm not sure who this is, but I want Mary to look at this guy and tell me what she sees. I know this is thrilling for the viewers. You guys could fill the time a little bit if you want to. It's always a good idea.
Huh.
Well, maybe they'll believe us when we say that you literally will do the research for the show an hour before or two. Definitely off the cuff.
She feels really bad for what happened to Summer.
She feels bad.
She feels really bad about whatever happened to Summer.
Hang on, this guy, I'm not sure who this is.
Put glasses on him. There you go.
There you go, as in.
That's the person.
There's your killer?
Yeah.
Or the unaliver?
That's the person I saw with glasses.
That's the person you saw, the guy with the hair.
Yeah, and he had some his hair was.
Bernard. Okay, that is the son of Jody Sue Brown, so he is Damian Bernard.
Really?
Yeah. Just learning this as we go. I'm not seeing any more pictures of Damien Bernard, but that is apparently is the son of that Jody Sue. That's her.
Mhm.
So she knows her son did something bad, right? That's what we're getting at.
Hello, Damien.
That's what spirit is pointing to him.
Our viewers do good research because one of our viewers threw that at me a few weeks ago, and I've been meaning to throw it at you, Mary, but wow.
Yeah, if anybody has any cases or pictures that they want us to, that you want Mary to specifically see, please email us at therealmarythemedium@gmail.com, and we check that.
Yeah, Leonard, we're not doing free readings, but if you want,
don't.
you want to suggest a case or you want to throw a picture at us and have us do a reading as something you're looking for, we are always looking to have fun. But if you're looking to put it on the show, but to answer your question, readings.
She does missing persons for free.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and we just started charging for real readings. Mary doesn't have time to do this, and yeah. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, if there's a missing person, please let me help.
Missing person, murder,
the
body.
best way, if you put a comment on this channel, I'll read it. Mary and Brooke, don't look at this, but I'll read it and respond. So if you're gonna say something nasty, say it here, and I'll respond to you because I don't give a shit. But don't try to hurt Mary or Brooke's feelings. But comment here if you got something to say, got something to suggest for us, our case. If you want to get in touch and come on the show, we would love to have a viewer on the show. But it's kind of running out of time today. So, ladies, let's try to wrap things up and see you in a week. We're going to dig more down this rabbit hole and put together that 11-person ring. We're building.
Yeah. What is that about? Especially this, and I only see her from the backside, this woman from Colombia or Mexico. I only see her from the backside. I see this guy, that I've been seeing for 3 years, no hair, very thin, almost no hair, glasses, and it's crazy. He's looked to be in his 80s when I first saw this. And who is he? Why am I seeing these 11 people around him? Why are these people dead? What is all of the, and it goes back to Epstein.
What I've heard from both Epstein and Diddy, the cases, is their job was trying to get famous, wealthy, high-profile people on videotape doing things that are embarrassing, compromising, illegal, to use as power over them, as blackmail over them. That's what I've gotten.
Leverage.
Their motive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, and then when we did Chester, I'm like, I saw the same man again. Okay, and he said, Chester told me Clive or Clyde. I saw the same man with Chester. And I saw the same man with Chris.
Damn, that makes sense.
We've got to identify. My mic was muted. We have 11 people to chase, and we're going to chase this ring. Figure out who these people are. Figure out who's in charge, who's been involved, who's been manipulated and blackmailed, and who to point the finger at. So we're coming after this. It's going to be a long-term thing. We're not forgetting about the serial killer in London. So if we get more on that, we'll definitely continue. So we've got really a couple of boogeymen we're chasing long-term in the show, but we'll have more for you next week on that and other stuff. Anything more to talk about, ladies, or should we be adieu?
No, I just, I'm not saying this Clive person did it. I just he heads up.
He's behind all this.
He heads up all these people. And my first thought was, okay, am I seeing music industry professionals that came from all over the world? Am I seeing different professionals that came from all over the world to meet with him? And why are these two musicians dead? Well, they were both working together on exposing a pedophile ring. Okay.
They were. Yep.
So this, for me to see it with Jeffrey Epstein and not understand it. As a matter of fact, if you go back to Twitter 3 to 5 years ago, you'll see my posts.
I remember. Yep.
I posted about it.
Yeah.
I posted about it. Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to dig some more into that over the coming week and have more for you next week. And we'll have more cases for you. If you do want to suggest it or you want to be on the show, definitely get a hold of us and we'll get you up there. But I think we've done about enough for this week. So really appreciate everyone joining in. We've got a lot of new subscribers. So I want to say hello to everyone. Real happy to have you here. And we'll continue doing what we're doing and we'll do a lot more of it. All right.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. And Mary, tell your mother I said Happy Mother's Day.
I will. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. Remember, what I see comes from spirit. It's only my opinion. I'm just the messenger. You got a problem? Bring spirit up.
Or take it up with him.
Absolutely.
Not her.
Yeah, take it up with me. I got no more to take from me, so you can sue me. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And we're going to see you in a week. Really appreciate you having me here. And we'll see you. Take it easy.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
Bye, everyone. God bless.
Bye.